Okay, we're going to go through and train some triceps. Look, with my arm training over the years, when I first started out, look, I worked out very quickly that you know, obviously the tricep is the biggest muscle in the arm. Always fascinated by big arms. That's what I wanted. Most guys do, but you want big arms, you need a big tricep. So for a long time, my priority with arm training was always triceps first. And I would suggest, whether you're weak in the triceps or you want to bring up some size in your arms, that you need to prioritise that. These days, I have brought my triceps up, so with my arm workouts, I will alternate 1 week biceps first, the next week triceps. But for many, many years, it was just triceps first. With tries, so nice solid contraction at the bottom on both, and the top of the movement should be about 90 degrees. I find if you come up any higher, you're probably getting a little bit of too much of a run up into the movement, but stop it at 90 degrees, forces the tricep to fully contract again, push the weight back down. Again, we'll keep our rest between sets minimal, try and maximise our intensity. Obviously plenty of blood in the muscle, big pump in the arms feels good. So I said 4 to 5 rounds on this one. Obviously that's a bit of work, a bit of volume, lots of reps, but means the triceps, particularly the elbows, they're nice and warm, they're good to go when you move on. Let's move on. We're going to move into the next lot of tricep exercises. Again, I'd like to continue with the superset regime. Look, for me, particularly for triceps, this little combination here has been the most effective by far over the years. I found in terms of putting on mass on the tricep itself, these two exercises together have been great for me. So I do a skull crusher with the easy curl bar, and I superset that with a close grip press, 2 compound movements, both of them, particularly in the early years, but both of them you can handle a fair bit of weight. Just a great mass builder. With the skull crusher and the easy curl bar, most of the time I train by myself. I actually like to perform it on the floor, not on the bench. And the main reason, it's easy to pick up, but also you can go to failure. And when you can go to failure, you just put it back on the floor. There's no worry about crushing your bars under a bench or trying to get your hands out of the way. Up off the floor, fail, back on the floor, easy. All right, same thing. I still try and maintain my 15 reps, but as it gets heavier, I'll probably fail before I get there. Couple of things with the skull crusher on the ground there. You know, You hear people talk about, oh, you know, you got to keep your elbows in, they can't go out, all that sort of stuff. Look, I can't keep my elbows in, arms just don't work like that. So find a range of movement and an arm positioning that you're comfortable with. You definitely need to pivot at the elbow as opposed to at the shoulder. Make your tricep do the work. And the other thing I like to aim for is basically at your hairline. No good for those blokes that don't have any hair, but I find at the hairline, pivoting at the elbow, it hits the spot with the triceps. With the close grip bench, I keep it about shoulder width. I find if I come too narrow, there's too much aggravation on my wrist. The trick that I find on here with that shoulder width grip is to make sure you push through the tricep as opposed to pushing through the shoulder and the chest. And like I said, over the years, just had a lot of success with these two, developing size on the triceps. Let's add some weight, let's go again. With these two exercises in particular, if you do have a training partner, it works great. Some force reps over there, some force reps here. It's probably the only limiting thing training by yourself with these two exercises. You can get to a point near failure if you're training by yourself. You've got to put the weight away, except for the skull crusher on the floor. But if you've got a training partner, some force reps, fantastic. Again with this, probably 4 rounds, attempting 15 on each. So it does work out to a lot of number of reps. A lot of volume. But the two different extensions, the two different compound exercises, that's a lot of work. And for me, that's enough for triceps. Wow. Well, we didn't get too close to our 15 reps, but obviously we went to failure, which is kind of what we're after. As I said earlier, that would have been great with a training partner and a spotter to get a few more out, but job done, and that's been effective. As far as triceps go, that would be a standard tricep workout for me. Some people like to do a lot more, but when you consider with triceps, they'll also get a lot of work when you train shoulders. They'll also get a lot of work when you train chest. So throughout the course of your workout week, triceps will get a lot of frequent work. Isolating and then training them alone by themselves, in my opinion, that's plenty.